Hi everyone, Elsie here. Welcome back to my channel, Elsie Fluency and Travel, coming up with you today with my new content that talks about grammar. Okay, so today let's kind of learn the proper usage of should, could, and would when speaking the English language. Should, could, and would are modal verbs kung saan malimit tayong nalilito kung paano sila gamitin ng tama. They're common, we use them every time, yet we are confused if we are using them correctly or not. Another thing is that on most exams, particularly on grammar, ang mga modal verbs na ito ay lumalabas or kalimitang lumalabas sa grammar part ng exam. So based from my experience when I took the TEFL and TESOL exam, ang mga modal verbs na ito ay parehas na lumabas on both exams. So it makes sense to learn them and know their proper usage, okay? So unahin natin ang should. What are the usage of should? When and how are we gonna use the verb should? First and foremost, like many other modal verbs, should has many different meanings and can be used in different ways. We also have to remember that the modal verb should is shall in the past or the past form of shall. Okay?
Should is the modal verb. We use should mainly to talk about obligation, give advice or make recommendation, to ask question or make a polite request, talk about probability and expectation. We use should when talking about obligations. Examples: I should be at my workplace on time. I should be back by 9 o'clock p.m. You should be wearing your seat belts. We should stay home during this pandemic.
Okay, to sum it up, let's talk about should with more details para mas maintindihan natin kung paano siya gamitin, okay? If we use should to express an obligation, bear in mind that we are using the verb should when we are to do the right thing, like dapat gawin or kailangan gawin, okay? Are you following? Okay, for example, I should stay home to save myself, my family, and others. In Tagalog, kailangan kong manatili sa loob ng bahay para sa aking kaligtasan, sa kaligtasan ng aking pamilya at sa kaligtasan ng iba. Or pwede nating sabihin, dapat akong manatili sa loob ng bahay para sa aking kaligtasan, para sa kaligtasan ng aking pamilya at sa kaligtasan ng iba. So there, ginamit natin ang kailangan at dapat. Okay? So pag sinabi natin kailangan or dapat, ang verb na gagamitin natin is should. Okay? Can you follow? Okay.
We use should to give polite advice or make recommendations. Examples: people with high blood pressure should eat low-salt food. You should take your medicine religiously. You should probably call him and tell him you're sorry. You should probably stay home and keep safe.
You can also use should to give polite advice like, you should probably take a TOEFL exam to teach English as an ESL teacher abroad. Since the word should is very strong, we add probably to make it polite, okay? Most of the time, to use should to give advice concerns more on ourselves, but seldom to others because, as I said, it's the strong word, and it's like weird if we use it to others, okay? So we can also use the verb should to express probability or something likely to happen, like pwedeng mangyari, pwedeng hindi, pwedeng gawin, pwedeng hindi, okay? Like, for example,
We use should to talk about probability. Example: the train should be here. The train should have left. Your dad should be home at 4 o'clock. The program should start now. She should have passed the TOEFL exam. Now, let's talk about the modal verb could. We have to remember that could is the past tense of can that indicates capacity or ability. In Tagalog, kakayanan. For example, I can sing, I can dance, and I can speak English. So in here, we use can to talk about present ability. But could is the past form of can. We therefore use could to talk about ability in the past, okay? Example, I could run much faster when I was younger. I could recite my memory verse perfectly when I was a child. Another use of could is to express possibility, okay? We use could to show that something is possible but not certain. Pwede siyang mangyari pero hindi sigurado, okay? Example, we could join the summer camp tomorrow. They could come by train, which also means maybe they will come by train. It could rain this afternoon, which also means maybe it will rain this afternoon. So ginagamit din natin ang could sa isang pangyayari na may posibilidad na hindi matuloy, okay? Kuha nyo. So here are the more usage of could. So pwede natin gamitin ang could to make a suggestion or proposal. For example, I could explain the lesson. I could take care of the food. Dito, pwede mo namang gamitin ang can, like I can explain the lesson. I can take care of the food. Pero to be more formal, gamitin ang could, okay? Like use can kung ang kausap mo is your brother or close friend. But if like you are talking to your supervisor, use could to be more formal, okay? We also use could to ask for permission. Could I borrow your umbrella? Could I get your telephone number? Dito, pwede mo rin gamitin ang can, depende sa kausap. Use can when talking to somebody close to you, like family or close friends. But use could kung kausap mo is your higher-ups, heads, or anybody not close to you. Okay? Kuha nyo. We also use could to indirect speech like, for example, Mary said she could teach English. The mayor said he could help the typhoon victims. Dito, pwede mo rin gamitin ang could para ulitin ang sinabi ng iba. So here, we are referring to the second person. Okay? Now, let's talk about the modal verb would. How are we gonna use it? Paano natin siya gamitin? Remember that would is the past tense of will. Remember will as an intention in choice, okay? Example, I will do it. I will marry you. So if we say, I will, it means we certainly gonna do it. It will definitely gonna happen, okay? But if we say, I can, it may or may not happen because we may or we may not gonna do it. There's no certainty, okay? We use would to talk about past habits like mga habitual or laging ginagawa sa nakaraan, okay? We use would to describe a regular activity or habit in the past, like yung mga bagay na parati nating ginagawa sa nakaraan, okay? Example, when I was younger, I would jog around the subdivision every day. So, every day, sabi natin kasi araw-araw natin ginagawa sa nakaraan, okay? Another example, when Mary visited me, we would dance the Zumba for 2 hours every morning. Ito, sinabi natin 2 hours every morning. So, sinasabi dito na lagi nang ginagawa sa nakaraan ng araw-araw. Okay? We also use would when reporting what somebody has said or thought. Example, he said he would be here at 8:30. Mary said she would handle the food. They told me they would come tomorrow. So dito, ang would ay ginamit para ulitin ang sinabi ng iba. Sa puntong ito, ang could at would ay pwedeng gamitin, okay? Use would also to make a polite request. Example, I would like a glass of water. Would you open the door for me, please? Would you please help me? Would you please off the light? Would is also used in a question to ask someone to do something. So it is similar to can. But basically, using would sounds more polite. So dito, both can and would are correct to use. Pero, depende na sa kausap mo. Kung ang kausap mo, mga heads or supervisors or somebody not close to you, gamitin ang would para mas magalang, okay? Finally, would is used to express conditionals. Examples: she would study her lesson if you tell her. He would be good in English if we practice every day. The inconditional is another very common use of would. It shows that something depends on something else. Makikita natin na dito ay parating gamit din ang if. After ng phrase ay may if tapos dudugtungan ng isa pang phrase. Kaya pag ang would ay gagamitin sa conditionals, ay makikita natin parating may if ang sentence, okay? That's the end of the video, and I hope that I was able to impart to you the proper usage of the modal verbs should, could, and would. I hope that you now know how to use them when speaking the English language. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye!